Got you in the club. Okay, so we hate kids. It's liberating to say. You could say it. I just said it. You could say it too. We hate kids. We hate kids. And by we, I mean society. Society hates kids because think of the insult. No, someone said this. Someone said, think of one of the most insulting things you could say to a person, an adult, is that they're acting like a child. And that's because we plainly hate children. And people here everywhere on the internet say that kids are so annoying. Kids are annoying because we don't pay attention to them. They're annoying because there's no space for children. And I have the list of rights that the UN said that kids should have. And I can assure you that a lot of children are not receiving these rights. And it's quite sad. So these are the rights that the UN says children are supposed to have. The right to life, survival, and development. The right to protection from violence, abuse, or neglect. And the right to an education that enables children to fulfill their potential. The right to be raised by or have relationship with their parents. The right to express their opinions and be listened to. And that's only some of them. They also have the right to play, and I'm trying to get the full list right now, but I can't find the full list. I had the full list, but I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find it. And this was done in 1989. Yeah, this is when they met and they discussed the rights of a child. And it's really sad to see that even play, which a lot of us as children received, is now controlled very much for children that are growing up. Because if you look at places to play, there aren't that many. There aren't that many. Before, restaurants other than Chuck E. Cheese and McDonald's had the play place, the child's play place, and children could go there and just have a blast. And there were so many more spaces where children could just be, and children were also allowed to go outside. And I understand that many people are concerned about safety, but a lot of people existing now exist in much safer conditions, especially in the Western world, exist in much safer conditions than did before, especially with surveillance. There's so many things, because there's putting children on camera and not respecting their privacy. That is number one I'm going to talk about. It's that children are only valuable when they can give us something, when they can be commodified, when they can make money. Then we love that cute baby that we see every day on our feed. You know, we all have one. We all have the baby that we're like, oh my god, this is how they're growing. But do we think about how this will affect them when they get older? Do we think about how weird it is to know this much information about that baby? Do we think about why the parents are putting the baby out there this much? Do we think about whether the baby, when they grow up, would approve of some of the things that are being put out on their behalf? We don't think. That was mean. That was mean. We do think, but we don't think about children as fully autonomous creatures, humans that deserve their own choice, that are deserve their own I don't know how to word this, that are granted the freedom to make their own choices to an extent. And children are not allowed to choose where they live. Children are not allowed to say, hey, this is bothering me, because a lot of the times when children speak up about abuse, you know what people say? They're like, what do you mean? You're so silly. Come here. You're so silly. And multiple times there are signs that something is going on, and the children, even with their own way of talking, try to talk to us, but we often dismiss children. And I know it's because we live in a world that is so busy, and everything is bombarded to us as immediate, and that children's needs are pushed away to account for adult responsibilities. Children needs are pushed away in order to take care of adult responsibilities. And I've been thinking more about what we owe each other, and that brought me to what we owe children. And I also want to consider the fact that anything children do is considered cringy. You know, exploring themselves is considered cringy, like finding out the things they like and dislike is considered cringy when it's put on the internet. And the reason why children are going on the internet once again is because there's no space in real person, real life for them. Because we've pushed children so far, and we've also created a society where we tell children, because not where we actively tell them, but we simultaneously want children to be children while not giving them the choices in the things they can and cannot do, and therefore instilling this view that you only get choice and you only get full autonomy over yourself and what is going on around you once you become an adult. So of course, kids are going to want to act adult-like and skip the child phase. Of course, I don't blame them.